This is the best way to get XP in Minecraft 1.19. The first thing you're going to do is break these two blocks right here, place down a double chest, and then run a hopper into that double chest with 2 rails on top of it, just like so. Then you want to build out by 4 rails, place down a powered rail, and then place down a lever right beside it and turn it on. Then you're going to build out another 4 rails just like this, a powered rail, turn it on, and 4 more rails just like this. And then we're going to come back around. Again, powered rail, rails, powered rail, rails, just like this. And then place down 2 more levers just like this and turn them both on. That way we've got all of the powered rails on and they're all going to run over this hopper in a giant loop, and this is what it should look like. Now what we're going to do is place down our minecart hopper on the rail and just push it off, and it's going to do a giant loop around our track just like this, and it will move forever and never stop, and that is exactly what we want. Then what we're going to do is build up by 2 like so, and we're going to come across and just build like this. So we want to have this run all the way across and back around and just like this. So we're going to have a giant rectangle that goes over the rails, just like this. The next thing you want to do is grab your dirt, and we're just going to run across here and place a bunch of dirt to fill in our stone rectangle. Make sure not to hit the minecart, just like so. And then what we want to do is we want to build up by 1, break this right here, and then we're going to set down a bunch of observers just like this in a row so that you can see all of the red dots all the way across the farm, looking down just like so. You can get pretty efficient at it. And then we are going to do the exact same thing with pistons, and it might actually help if you go ahead and break this right here. And then we can just come across here and we can set down all of the pistons looking down at us just like so. And it is going to work exactly like that. Place down a row of blocks on top of these observers, and then place down a row of redstone dust just like this. That way, whenever there's an update on these, all of the pistons are going to fire just like that. Now we can break this block right here and just come across with some stairs, and we're going to make them so that they are facing down. So you want to aim for this bottom left corner and then just come across with stairs all the way. It helps if you crouch. You can line it up and then you don't even have to move. You can just walk in place and then break any that end up like that, just like so, all the way across the farm. Then you're going to create an infinite water source so that you can easily get water buckets, and we're just going to come across and waterlog each and every one of these stairs so that the farmland is going to be hydrated just like so. So all of those stairs need to be hydrated. Then you can come across with some blocks and just create a nice little rim across the farm just like so. And it is nice and simple. And then we're going to break these blocks. We're going to till the soil just like this. And then we're going to go ahead and plant ourselves some pumpkin seeds. So grab your pumpkin seeds now, and all of these pistons are going to be spamming just like that. And then we can go ahead and bone meal each and every one of these stems, because these things take forever to grow. So you want them to be fully matured stems. And really, the bone meal is going to be quite easy to get, especially early game when you're killing a bunch of skeletons. All right, then we're going to go ahead and place a glass layer just like this. And then we're going to add a final rim to the farm all the way across, creating another one of those rectangles. This farm is super simple to build, and it is going to produce tons and tons of pumpkins. So this is the entire pumpkin portion done. All right, so I went AFK for about an hour, and we got just over 3.5 stacks of pumpkins. And what we need now is we need some villagers. More specifically, we are going to need some farmers, and these farmers are going to need to have a pumpkin trade. Lucky for us, every single farmer that is a level 2 farmer has got a 6 pumpkin for 1 emerald trade. And we're just going to max out that trade on every single one of these farmers. As you can see, I went from 19 to 20, and I'm about 21 there. And this one is going to bring us all the way up to what are we at? 21. And there we go. Trade them until they are maxed out. so they no longer have that pumpkin trade. We're going to need for them to refresh. Usually this takes a couple minutes. It's really not a big deal, but now we have got 22 levels, so we gained 3 levels there, and we also have got half a stack of emeralds, which we can now buy things like cookies. You want some cookies? You've got some cookies now. And we can do a ton of trading with these guys. Trading gives you so much experience. I used to have a villager trading hall with like 20 villagers, and I would go from level 0 to 40 in one trading session, which would take me at most 15 minutes. So this thing is super efficient for getting experience, and you can definitely increase the size. You can add more pumpkins, you can add more villagers, and overall, this is just a really great system of getting experience, especially in Minecraft 1.19. Another great way of getting experience is if you're so lucky to come across an ancient city, you can actually mine this skulk, which is full of experience, and one cavern could literally hold thousands of levels of XP. But be careful, because you do not want to awaken the warden, or he will literally destroy you in essentially one hit. It's really insane. I know the trailers and stuff have shown it, but it's a lot crazier when you actually experience it for the first time. Also, I forgot to mention that when you do mine skulk, you are going to be using a hoe, because that's the tool that you use to harvest it. So the best way that you can harvest it is with mending 1, unbreaking 3, and efficiency 5 on a netherite hoe. Just thought I would throw that in. If you're sat there thinking to yourself, well, those are all very baby numbers, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you some of the most expert XP farms you can make. So this is one of my old Guardian farm designs. It's based on Silent Whisper's design, but then I modified it to suit my needs. And this thing is an absolute behemoth lag machine, but it is so efficient at making XP. This thing is about 2.5 minutes to get 30 levels, and it is just chugging and pumping out XP. This thing is absolutely insane, but it does require a bunch of materials. This thing actually took me about 25 hours to make, so it does take quite some time, but I think the result is definitely worth it if you're playing Minecraft pretty seriously. Another insane XP farm is this Enderman farm, and it's actually relatively easy to build, but of course you need to get yourself to the end first. So this is definitely more of a late game farm, but it is super simple and it drops a ton of levels. And this thing also drops tons of ender pearls for you to zip around your world in. And finally, another farm that will give you plenty of experience is this mob farm right here. Currently, it's running by killing everything on this magma strip. However, you could very easily convert this into a trident killer, and along with getting tons of experience, you'll also get gunpowder, rotten flesh, bones, and arrows, along with a ton of other drops. And there are really so many other farms that you could build that would give you tons of experience, including, but not limited to, trident farms, gold farms, witch farms. Really any farm that farms a mob is going to give you tons of experience if you set it up with a trident killer. But that's gonna do it for today's video. These are the best ways to get experience in 1.19. They're super quick, they're super easy, and they are super reliable. But my name is 1UpMC. Hopefully you guys consider subscribing, and I will catch you guys in the next one.